I am blown away
Crazy.
by Shopify's Winter Editions. Shopify's, what do we call this? This is Shopify Editions Winter
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah.
You've looked at this website.
I went through the whole thing.
I did too. And I think this is the kind of thing where it pays to be cool.
Yes.
Obviously, Shopify is the cool kid in the room. Agree?
Yeah. So agree. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
It is like the coolest website I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just a landing page.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the coolest landing page I've ever seen. It's art. It is art.
They've like raised it to the point where like you can also interact with it. I don't know if you saw that there's like elements you can interact with and that it moves it around too. And then they like, I don't know if these are all like real paintings that they've then taken influence from and then incorporated the whole thing. Like it's just beautiful.
I think we should take a little mini moment of silence in honor of this website.
Absolutely.
Toby, Harley, team, pop off.
Pop off.
I mean, it is a work of art. And not only does it look cool, but what they are releasing in here is truly, I feel, game changer.
Crazy stuff in here.
It's game changer for the whole community.
Yeah.
I mean, in my mind, number one, it looks like their Sidekick. Sidekick can build custom apps for you now, designed to specifically meet your business needs inside of Shopify.
Where was this when I was building a store?
Yeah, exactly.
This would have been so helpful.
Exactly. I feel this is like truly arm the rebels type moment.
Yeah.
You know, my father-in-law is like the smartest guy. He's the most practical, indie, scientific. He's got a PhD in chemistry. The guy, he worked in this chemical company for years, and he built custom-coded, custom apps just to live inside of the business. This is like what he did. And he wasn't even like the IT guy or the computer science guy. He just did it, for the business because it helped what he was doing on the marketing and sales side. I think that if he had something like this, if he had tools like this, there's no telling what that guy could have done.
Yeah.
I feel like this thing equips a dummyo like myself who just makes ads and sends emails and makes marketing calendars. I mean, gets on a camera every now and again. This truly equips anybody to do almost anything inside of the Shopify ecosystem. To me, it's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, this kind of reiterates your point of like the one-man business doing
one-man brand. Exactly.
The one-man brand probably doing 7 to 8 figures, and it's like very feasible.
Very feasible.
This is like starting to even build really close to that, where you're like, okay, that's super feasible. Like
totally.
It's wild. What's your favorite feature? What's your favorite thing?
My favorite feature, okay, number one, my favorite feature being having spent much time, one might say too much time, updating Shopify websites, updating products, updating landing pages. My favorite feature for Sidekick is this one I'm looking at right now for generate theme edits. And tell Sidekick the specific design updates you want and watch it adjust your theme instantly. Okay, and it's like you said, it's got this interactions, and its examples on here are make this type bolder and copy sound more consistent for our brand. Okay, boom. Change this header, combine these two photos, and make it a center type. Okay, boom. Then you watch it happen, and now you're looking at your collection page. Make this a dark theme with a dark background featuring the deck collection instead. And then it happens all in an instant. You want to talk about time saving and equipping for somebody that can barely code a little HTML, whatever. This thing's powerful. Yeah. And I think it totally works in the vein of one-man brand and empowering the generalist. Yeah. I think the generalist marketer is going to love this.
For sure. I mean, think about how that used to take, like that change, how that used to go about. You'd have to go find developer. tell developer
Exactly.
what you want to do, message developer. He has to give you a quote. He's got to do it in his free time. Then he's going to do a first iteration. You're not going to really like it. You
Not that
might
much.
kind of like it. Then you got to
Yeah,
give him feedback.
that's
Then
right.
you're like, dude, that's a multi-day process that was just compressed into 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Like,
And even on the asset capture side,
yeah,
what we've got in here now is prompt Sidekick to change image backgrounds. Show this model sitting at a skate park, and then boom, models in a skate park. Turn this image into a highly polished product shot with Sidekick. Make this a product photo. Boom. I worked at a company called Bruce Bolt, which I love them. My heart goes out to them. Part of me wishes I was still there. But what I loved was the D2C grittiness of taking
sure.
product shots with the phone. This was a
Mhm.
very successful business, and we still made the product shots with an iPhone. Okay, now this is making that totally possible and making it look awesome. And if I can get a shot of a model, with my product, I can put him anywhere and everywhere now. I can put him in the middle of a baseball game. I can put him catching a ball in the middle of the World Series in
Yeah.
Wrigley Field. I can do anything with that. And this is the thing that I think is truly exciting and helpful to the online entrepreneur is that I think what's going to happen is that a lot of the various tools anywhere and everywhere that provide capability for this, they're now living inside of Shopify distinctly,
Yeah.
succinctly, concisely, all in one place.
Yeah.
And I can live inside of Shopify's ecosystem and accomplish everything that I need to accomplish. That is profound.
It's wild. I mean, there's one feature that I am absolutely mind blown away by is rollouts. So rollouts,
Yes, rollouts.
it's
Huge.
crazy. It's crazy. It took them, so Toby tweeted this morning. It took them a year to develop this feature, a
Really?
whole year to develop this
Sure.
feature. And so now you can schedule theme changes and A/B test rollouts, and then the rollouts don't go live. They're A/B tested against AI
Yeah.
traffic that functions as real customers. And then it
Oh,
tells you which one was better.
okay. Now, see, this is an important distinction. I think you're making because they've got this in connection with rollouts. They've got the Sim Gym app.
Exactly.
Simulate shopper behavior with AI agents that use
Yeah.
data from billions of purchases and get actionable recommendations before going live. Okay, so is your understanding that rollouts is happening entirely with AI simulated traffic, or is in some sense an IntelliGems replacement or an other SaaS tool replacement that's happening with live traffic?
I think my understanding is it's all AI traffic,
Okay, okay.
which is pretty wild. And then the fact that you don't have to waste actual dollars to then beta test to see which affects conversion rate the best is bananas.
That's bananas.
Because
That's
like,
bananas.
you know, you want to test for a minimal viable amount of time. So it's like, all right, do we do a
Sure.
2-week test, 4-week test? You're going to lose money in that 4 weeks. But if
No doubt.
they have all of the Shopify data from customers then simulated on what's going to work, like this is just crazy stuff, right?
It's truly, truly game changing. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, let me check what edits I want to make and then release the hounds.
Yeah.
Release the AI agents to shop upon my site.
Yeah.
And, you know, how long they spent and where they spent. And even you look on this website, which again is beautiful. They've got these AI agents named, one's named Lorenzo, another's named something else. And they're providing feedback. I appreciate the mobile menu, blah, 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 blah. Now, how good is this going to be? How effective, how real, how appropriate versus actual live traffic is this going to be? I don't know, but my guess is it's pretty close.
Well, because it's the same data.
It's the same. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, who has the king of all of the Shopify data in the world? Well, obviously Shopify. If they can just sim the data based off of your user profiles, like they've made basically an AI version of your store, and then they just run it against AI duplicate profiles they already have in store. Like it's talking about like Sidekick, what you just talked about. You basically vibe out changes you want to make for 2 hours,
Vibe it out.
vibe it out,
Vibe
and
it.
then you run it against this rollout feature,
Yeah.
this sim feature, and then you're like, cool, those 2 hours just saved me, I don't know, $50,000 in net new conversion.
I was talking with I've been, you're connected even better than I am. But I was talking with a brand owner here recently, and they're just getting off the ground. And I'm convinced, and my scrolling of D2C Twitter as of late has only convinced me more that this type of rollout, A/B testing, changing your copy, changing the product, not the product, but changing the photos, all these things. It's one of the most, what used to be heavy lift, but it's one of the most helpful lifts one can get
Yeah.
for your store. It's not having to make a new ad. It's not having to change the overall angle so that hopefully Meta spends a little more money. It's literally just getting into my website. What changes can I make so that I can get more dollars out of other people's pockets and into mine? Is there something, just some wording, something that I can do? It's one of the most helpful incremental things one can do. And now it's a couple of clicks
Yeah.
and I can get the answer. This to me is incredible, truly profound.
Yeah. It's crazy for like that one stop shop guy, or like, you're talking about like employee 1 or 2, where
Yes,
they can do these changes and then report back to head honcho.
that's right.
Hey, I had a vibe idea this morning. I vibed
Yeah,
it out for an hour. I vibed
exactly.
it in our like AI store. And just to let you know, the vibe idea actually increases conversion value by
Yes.
0.3%.
Yeah, exactly. And
Unreal.
and that's very significant.
That's huge.
It's not nothing. It's
Yeah, it's
very
huge.
significant. Yeah, I think what this is going to do is it's going to empower the one-man brand. It's going to greatly enhance the work that marketing hire number 1 can
Yeah.
do on his own. It's going to empower the generalist. I tweeted this the other day, and I truly believe it. The future of e-commerce, it belongs to AI savvy marketers. That's who it belongs to. And I know we all love the giant brands who are making 11 figures per year, and everybody's got 20 people on their teams, and their team, emphasis on teams of marketers and people accomplishing things. These kinds of tools put in the hands of nitty gritty e-com, low level. I'm covering every branch and bit of work that I can myself. It's going to empower and enhance the
Yeah.
work of those people and make them even more valuable
Yeah.
to the D2C companies in our space. I really believe that.
Yeah. I really believe too that like as part of that, you could basically just have 3 guys that are absolutely cooking, work together and build an 8-figure brand in like 6 months now.
If the PMF is there, why not?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
why not? I think another interesting thing that is here, and I don't know when all this gets released. Part of the tease of this whole deal is, when do I actually get my hands on these tools? If you scroll through the lander, which everybody should, if you scroll through the lander, what you have is you have a few Git apps, but you got a lot of Git notifieds, meaning I'm putting my email here. Let me know when this thing's actually
For sure.
usable and available to me. So
For
we
sure.
gotta wait a little bit. But I think what's really interesting that's available to everyone, well, it's not available to everyone now, is this app that Shopify, a standalone app Shopify has developed called Tinker. Did you see this?
I'm at it right now.
I started watching this video. Number 1, video, very well done. But
Exceptional video.
exceptional video. What it does is it brings all of the AI tools that are scattered here, hither, and thither across the interwebs
Yeah.
that are available to creatives, to operators, to marketers, all the things. And it unifies them, brings them all in one place and space so that people in our world can play with all of them right then and there and see like, hey, what's useful to me? What can be here and now for my store? How can I provide incremental value now with these tools that I wouldn't have even known about otherwise? Unless I spent all day doom scrolling on D2C X, following every account that exists. That to
Yeah.
me is very unique. I don't know of anybody else that's done this.
Well, it's great because these are probably all vetted tools by Shopify.
One would
And
think.
so there's a high degree of confidence that as a, one-man band, so to speak, you can go into these tools and then be like, okay, awesome. This is something I'm actually, looking for. There's the video that they have there is this guy who took an iPhone shot and then he's basically turning it into a product shot or a white background shot. You had to pay you used to have to pay people for that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
used to have to pay like photo editors, and now, they're just releasing it inside of Tinker, and you can just go in there and do it almost instantly, which is unbelievable. I don't know if you also checked out Shopify stock price with the release of
I
editions.
didn't. Is it up?
It's up two and some change today.
It should be.
Two
It
and
should be.
some change percent today.
Congrats to Shopify and the whole team. I know we've heard inklings about this piece. It's been teased, it's been lauded, but now we see it here, I think, in a more concrete form on this lander. And I'm scrolling to it right now. It's the agentic commerce piece.
Huge.
Where you can manage influence. I don't know exactly how you are showing up inside of ChatGPT, how
Yep.
you're showing up inside of all the various LLMs that people are Shopify agentic storefronts. Exactly. Manage how your brand appears to the millions of users shopping in AI chats. Your products are discoverable right in ChatGPT, Copilot, and Perplexity, with other channels coming soon. The ease of whatever this is exactly providing, what my product looks like, what the info is, enabling people to purchase right then and there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the new frontier
For sure.
for commerce itself. And with Shopify, what it looks like is we've got a direct plug-in. We can manage it and directly influence how we're showing up in those spaces. That to me is awesome.
Oh, that's insane. I mean, it's going to be exciting when people get fun and creative with that piece of it.
That's a
So
good point.
it's not just like, oh, the standard listing. Like, what if you actually had some copy in here or some funny stuff?
Yeah.
That's relevant to the context of the fact that you're searching inside of ChatGPT or whatever. Like, you could do some
Exactly.
potentially really fun build outs in here that like could be a little bit more exciting than just like, oh, here's a product result.
Exactly. And I wonder even on this is kind of Marpipe-ish, kind of DPA ad ish, but I wonder if, what do people do with their product shots? Is it just the boring product on
Great
white?
question.
Or do they do something fun and unique with those
Yeah.
that somehow give people more information, invite them into the personality of the company, show, hey, we're like you, you're like us, people like us, wear this, use this, buy this. I think there's probably some interesting things that will come about in that vein as well that provide that creative edge to this whole thing.
Yeah, 100%. This
That's
is
exciting.
that's probably the second one I'm most excited about in this whole thing. I would say those are my top two.
The last one for me that jazzes me up a little bit, the Shop app, I don't use the thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if people are crushing on the Shop app. I don't know. I mean, it looks cool. I hope the whole world uses the Shop app. I think there's probably some encouraging behaviors that are happening on the Shop app, but I don't know that much about it. I think the B2B piece and what they're doing here, allowing your products to be available globally for your wholesale business, for retailers, etc. ACH payments for B2B, suppliers can discover retailers. All of this, the B2B build out and just increasing the surface area and ease of use for B2B interactions, purchases, etc. I know there's a lot of brands that I've talked to. They've been trying to solve this piece for many years. What do? Do I build out a whole separate store? Do I have to use a
Oh,
completely other software? How do I accomplish this? And I know Shopify's been working on this. This is the first time to me where it looks like this has got real teeth and sex appeal to it that it did not have before.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's you hit the nail on the head. Like, brands always wonder, like, should I just build a separate site for my
Yeah.
B2B? And
Yeah.
then it becomes like this weird issue with search results where you're like,
It's weird. It's
oh
weird.
no, don't click that one. That's our B2B wholesale. Like, no, go to the other one.
Exactly.
If they could nail this, that's incredible. Like, if they can really also, as part of the discoverability feature,
Yeah.
where if I have a product and they actually connect me with retailers who want to have that product in store, and then it becomes a discoverability thing, that's craziness. Like, that's the next level where you then have, boots on the ground, your products in stores, your products, if you're a jacket, you're in REI, stuff like that.
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Kudos. Kudos to
Crazy.
Shopify.
Unbelievable. It's the reason they're the GOAT right now. They're the
You are the
absolute GOAT.
GOAT.
Yeah.
Toby, Harley, I'm sending many hearts your
So many
way,
hits.
as are the rest of us in
Nice.
the D2C community. Okay, what else should we hit on? I think you sent a number of things here that I think are really exciting. Any you got juice on that you want to hit? I've got a couple that happened this week news-wise that I think are
Sure.
interesting, but what do you want to hit on?
I think there's one that I'm super, super excited about that I would love to hit, which is Quince.
Quince.
So,
Okay, I didn't know how to pronounce this. I didn't know if
yeah.
it was Quince or
Yeah.
I didn't know how to pronounce it, but you
So Quince expands into wine. And so Quince is basically like value luxury D2C. So it's like, Loro Piano quality, but it's just removed all the branding. You know what I mean?
okay.
So it's really, really elevated stuff, but it's at affordable prices because all the branding is taken off. And so it's just the
Mm,
actual item itself. I got a couple of things from Quince. Like, I got a blanket from a partner from Quince for Christmas.
okay.
It's exceptional.
There
And
we
then
go.
my fiance gave me an early Christmas gift, which was like a little carrier set for my
Okay.
luggage from Quince. And it's awesome. Like, my theory is that Quince becomes like what Target was a
Mm,
couple years ago, where
I see.
all the moms, all the girls are obsessed with it. And it's, it's not Target, it's Target. It's like
Target.
it's elevated, and I think it's going to be really, really interesting how this plays out. They expanded into wine. I think that's going to be a little bit of a harder
Wow.
category. So
Wine, huh?
it's a rough category, but they have basically all of the, home goods, cashmeres, all of these other really awesome stuff that they already have. But I'm extremely bullish on Quince.
Online retailer Quince has partnered with Drinks, an
Mm.
AI-powered SaaS platform, to offer a curated wine selection as part of its new gourmet food and wine vertical, according to press release. Okay, so they're getting into food. It makes me wonder. Now I wonder about drinks, having read about this. But yeah, this definitely fits the whole slightly bougier Target. Mom, where's mom want to shop? Does mom want to go to Walmart or does she want to go to Target? At least a few years ago, she wanted to go to Target. I don't know if that's still the case. Do you think that Target still has the appeal that it once had?
I don't think it quite has the teeth that it once had.
I don't
I
know
don't
either.
know what replaced it, but
I don't either.
it's definitely it used to be that was the it store for all of the things.
Right. This looks fancy. Makes me
It's
feel
really awesome.
fancy.
That's the thing, is like it's all the quality of all of these luxury brands. You just don't have any brand logo with it. So if you're fine not wearing a logo, you're good to go. And it's at better prices.
Well, a wise man once said that wealth whispers.
There you go.
So maybe this is allowing all of us middle class plebes to feel a little more upscale
Yeah.
and feel a little more bougie because
Yeah.
we've got some nice ish without a brand on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where'd it come from? I don't know. You can't tell
Yeah.
unless you ask me and unless
Exactly.
I show you the label. Yeah, I'm looking at these Mongolian cashmere gloves. How much would you think Mongolian cashmere gloves cost?
Mongolian cashmere gloves, maybe $120.
One would think, or maybe 300. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't own anything cashmere. If it's coming from Mongolia and it's Mongolian cashmere, I would think, wow, this has got to be pretty fancy. $29.90.
That's awesome.
Great.
You know what I
That's
mean?
pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
How about this one? Lightweight cotton cashmere V-neck sweater. If I got a cashmere sweater, I would think I'm dropping a few hundos, right?
Easily 3.
Yeah, $29.90.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm so bullish on them as we like go through into 2026. I'm going to call it here on the pod. They're going to explode in 2026.
Man, they look it. I'm
telling you. I don't know the operators behind it. I have no clue who's the operators or the money behind this, and they just came out of nowhere. If you're the operators behind this, please get in touch with me. I'd love to get to know you.
Yes. We want to know you. We want to learn your ways.
Yeah, because you're doing a great job.
Yeah, this totally fits. I see what you're saying. This is like Target 2.0.
That's it.
Except it's, where do you get it? Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's a great deal. It's so fancy. Could you tell me? Oh, it's on Quince. Quince.com. You got to whisper it.
Exactly.
Quince.com. This wine is so lovely.
Yeah.
It tastes so good. Where'd you get it? Quince.com.
Yeah. It's a secret. I love that.
Okay. Another thing that struck me reading through news for the week. This came out yesterday. Maisley. Did you looked at this? Maisley? You've heard of Maisley? I'm so perplexed by Maisley. I'm very perplexed. Maisley launches a new product. For those who didn't know, like me, Maisley is corn milk. I didn't even know that corn milk existed. Were you aware corn milk exists? Is this...
I don't even know how you make...
How does one make corn milk? I don't know.
I don't know if I want to know.
I'm not sure that I want to know, but why not?
Yeah.
Oat milk made a bag. Soy milk, had its moment. Almond milk. Almond milk is very cool. And I would say of the alternative milks that I've had, I think probably almond milk is my favorite. I do have to say, being a Caucasian, red-blooded American who can still handle dairy, I think I like cow's milk the best.
Oh.
Not all of us can handle dairy in a good way. So, hey, seizing on the opportunity here. Corn milk. Maisley is expanding its plant-based beverage line across New York City. And I started looking at some of these products. I was just like, what? Why? Corn milk? What is it? Okay. I started digging a little further here, and by digging, I mean I just actually went and visited the website. And here is, I think, something that's very key that I think is product differentiator that I can see being totally helpful in this market, especially versus oat milk. No seed or vegetable oils.
Huge.
Made with coconut oil for the original, at least.
Huge.
That, I think, meets the moment where our ancestral brethren like Heart and Soil and Cowboy Colostrum and many others, Primal Queen, meeting this, get rid of the seed oils, get rid of the vegetable oils. They're evil. Big food is trying to kill us. I think this angle for the alternative milks space makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially with the trend of, removing seed oils and all of that pushing now. And then the fact that you mentioned, some folks can't handle the dairy. Some folks can't handle the...
They can't. Some people can't.
They need
no shame.
No shame.
No shame here on the pod for those who cannot handle dairy. We love you. We welcome you.
Exactly. They need an alternative. And so if you're offering this, and then you're also saying, hey, there's no seed oils in this, as long as it tastes like milk,
okay,
I think I'm fine with it.
That's the point. This is the big point that I have discovered with health products living in the CPG world, which I have not spent the majority of my career in CPG. Only as of late have I dipped my toes into CPG, into the health space, supplement space, etc. What still is the most important thing is that when people put it inside their mouths, it actually tastes good. That beats everything. That beats everything. Do I love your mission? Yes, I do. Does it meet my health needs? Yes, it does. What still wins the day is I taste it and I like it. If people don't like the taste, I'm not sure that you got much of a future.
100%.
Sad to say, but I think this is interesting. I want to try corn milk.
I agree.
I don't live in New York City, but I would like to try it. Hopefully it finds its way to Austin, Texas sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Kudos to Maisley.
Kudos to Maisley. What else you got? What other things you got?
Okay, the third one here that I find very interesting is, and I want to ask you this. There's been some hubbub on the internet about this, and I frankly, I don't see why there's hubbub. To me, it doesn't make sense why there's any controversy to begin with at all. But people have been making a lot of ads as of late with AI. And Coca-Cola's holiday commercial, totally produced by AI. Some people don't like it.
Yeah.
It's fully AI generated. It's the holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. I mean, nostalgia is coming back, early 2000s, these childhoods making me feel warm inside. The only difference is that the robots made it. But a lot of debate around this, and I'm not sure why. You have any perspective on this?
Okay, I like the ad.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the ad.
Like you said, it's like a very nostalgia-driven ad. It feels good. I like it. I think the whole point of ads and marketing are to get a lot of eyeballs. So even with the controversy and all of that, I think they've achieved that with getting all the eyeballs on Coca-Cola right now. I mean, we're talking about them right now. But
exactly.
I have no problem with this.
To me, I watch it, and we could play it here, but I watch it. I don't see any Slopodopolis. I mean,
it's well done.
There's no forearms of people, like drinking their Coca-Cola. It's pleasant. It's nice. It reminds me of the 90s. Do I know that it's fake? Meaning they didn't fly to Alaska and put lights around trees and drive a big Coca-Cola truck through it all with Santa in the driver's seat. Yeah, they didn't do that. They saved themselves the dollars and just worked with Nano Banana or whatever else and made a great commercial. To me, I don't think there's what's the controversy.
So on top of this just broke, but like a day or two ago, McDonald's launched another full AI ad and they pushed it out on YouTube.
Really?
And they turned off all the YouTube comments, and then they made a tweet that was like, hey, everybody that was putting this together is exhausted, all of this stuff. And they got really bad backlash from it, which is so wild. And then now this morning, they've deleted the video.
They deleted the video?
Yeah. And the video was like, it was a good ad again. And I'm like, why are people upset about this? People have to work with, new technologies here.
Here's what I think. This is my hypothesis. Everybody's a little too sensitive. Especially in our world. They put some creative out and they get a few negative comments. And maybe in McDonald's case, it was a few thousand or a few hundred. How many negative comments are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but a lot of times, it's a very vocal minority who's dragging you down. And
100%.
Is McDonald's making commercials for the vocal minority? I don't think so. They want people to come and buy a McMuffin in the morning. They want me to download the app, get the deal, buy a few McMuffins for my kids. They just want me to get my feet in the door.
Yeah.
Is this bothering the majority of their potential customers who like McMuffins and Big Macs? I doubt.
I doubt it.
My professional PR recommendation on this kind of deal, the vast majority of the time, say absolutely nothing and keep cooking. Is this going to hurt? Is this going to hurt their stock price? Are they going to sell fewer burgers as a result? I don't think so. I think they got bigger problems like, inflation and the economy. And I think those are their bigger problems. It's not a few negative comments on the internet. I say keep the video up.
Yeah. And it's like, I think this is the next wave of these types of commercials being made. And people are just a little bit resistant and sensitive, as you said, to new technology to new stuff appearing on their TV screens or YouTube screens or whatever. And so this is like the first kind of like little wave. And so people are like, I don't know how I feel about this yet. But
Yeah.
the flood's coming. I will let everybody know.
The
The
flood's
flood,
coming.
just to let you know, the flood
Yeah.
is coming. You're
Yeah.
not holding this back.
That's
It's,
right.
from the 2 that we mentioned today, it's going to be 200 a month from now,
For
like,
sure.
so
And I've seen brands, and I think a great example of this is it's right here in this article. A great example of somebody zigging while others are zagging. Zagging here being using AI to make a cool commercial that was
yeah,
probably a lot cheaper and hits me in all the nostalgia points. A great example of a company zigging is Zevia. So did you watch this one from Zevia?
I didn't.
Okay, you should watch it. Actually,
Okay,
can we just watch it together?
sure.
Let's just try watching it together here. This to me is great for the moment,
Okay.
but I think will be largely irrelevant in about 6 months. See what Zevia does here. Okay, get the fake
Wow.
out of here. Try something real. Hey, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's
I love
great.
it.
I think it's great what they did here in this moment. And I have seen brands promising on social, you'll see nothing made by AI from us, and people really responded to that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo, woo. Way to go. And I think this is a great commercial for the moment, doing the contrast. Hey, do what's real. Our product's real, their product's not. Our commercial's real, their commercial's not. I think all of that will be gone and irrelevant in max 6 months.
100%.
Max. And the reason is that the tools are too good. And the flood is here. The flood is coming. I am shocked. I started making ads using AI, video, statics, blah, 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 all the things just a few months ago was my first little dipping my toes into the whole experience. And you know what? A lot of it was not usable. And a lot of it was not that helpful. Now, just 2 months later, totally different game. Totally different game. And I'm convinced there's a lot out there, and we were looking at it on the last pod. There's a lot out there. You can't even tell. You couldn't tell if it was AI or not. And there's an account, there's a Twitter account I was just looking at today. This guy, his whole shtick is look maxing. And he's got this TikTok where he's gone from a dweeb that's not that good looking.
Mhm.
And just 2 years later, now he's a Chad and he's got a chiseled jawline and he looks incredible. And you know what? The guy's got 10,000 followers so far. I think he's done like 9 or 10 posts. You would never know. The whole thing is made with AI.
Wow.
How would you not know? Look, I went and looked at it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hardly tell. I could get it after I was already informed. Hey, actually, you guys didn't know this is made with AI. And if you click on his link, it's a link tree to his deal. He's presenting himself as an actual person. Actually, what he's selling is peptides.
Wow.
I promise 99% of his followers have zero clue.
Wow.
And I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known if somebody hadn't told me. And this is what I do. Okay. So
Wow.
I think that people should just take it. And I think marketers should just put on the blinders, make the stuff, track the sales, and keep moving. Don't be so sensitive. It'll be fine. It'll be okay.
It'll be good. Yeah,
No
100%.
problem. What else? Anything else on here interesting you want to hit on?
Yeah, there's one that I thought was really interesting. Gap and Summer Fridays apparel collaboration. So Gap is basically the, mass apparel, and then Summer Fridays is the D2C darling. They are just, the coolest thing on the block. And
They look
so,
cool.
yeah, my fiance is obsessed with Summer Fridays.
She's a lover of Summer Fridays.
Yes, and my wallet is damaged as a result of it. So I thought this was really good. This is a great move by Gap. The fact that they were able to pull this out, they have been able to pull out some really, really great collaborations in the past, and they have a pretty solid track record of exciting collaborations. This is another one of those collaborations where the heritage, long-standing store
Smart.
revitalizes yet again by partnering with a key new up-and-comer darling from the D2C world. I love it. I love every second of it.
I think what's smart about this, I'll mention another example in Gap's, in this vein of Gap staying cool and relevant. And I think this is a great way for them to stay cool and relevant. Gap, in my mind, I know they existed before I was around. I'm sure they did. I think they started in 1969, right? Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I think of Gap as a millennial brand. That's what I think
100%.
of. And it's probably just because I shopped there a lot. And I think I'm wearing Gap jeans right now.
Let's go.
I think of Gap as a millennial brand. How does a big box retailer brand who is entrenched and successful over many generations, how do they stay bleeding edge and relevant in the eyes of younger consumers? That's a hard task. I think this is a great example of doing that. Another way that they did that earlier this year, did you see the commercial with Cat's Eye? Do you know who Cat's Eye is?
No.
Okay. Somehow, I don't know how, okay, but I became aware of K-pop brands, K-pop bands, not brands,
Let's go.
bands. Cat's Eye, I'm not sure. I don't think Cat's Eye qualifies as K-pop necessarily, although some of the girls in their band may be from Korea proper. But anyway, they're not K-pop, but they're in that same kind of model,
Yeah.
Their girls they're from everywhere. And it's not just all Asians or, they've got all different kinds of colors and races and nationalities, ethnicities. Right after the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle commercial,
Sure.
which worked.
Crushed.
American
Crushed.
Eagle stock went like this after that commercial. And people loved it. They hated it. They talked about it. That's the point. And it sold a lot of jeans. Right after that, Gap made a commercial with Cat's Eye, and the dance that Cat's Eye did on that commercial then became a huge trend on TikTok. And I'm still seeing on TikTok, I try now to open it as little as possible because it sucks away my whole life. I have deleted it from my phone because
Same.
like we talked about, I think, people on average spend like 90 minutes on it per day. It just sucks away your whole life. But the dance that Cat's Eye did, who you didn't even know existed, I didn't know before the commercial, didn't know who they were. Apparently they're very popular. They are. That dance that they did on Gap's commercial became this huge TikTok trend, millions, cajillions of views. That makes Gap cool. That makes Gap cool in the eyes of somebody who's much younger than me. I think their marketing team has done an incredible job here. Do more
100%.
collaborations. I want to make a brand and you collaborate with me. How about that?
100%. I love it.
I love it. What do you think? Should we cut it there? Are we good?
Yeah, let's call it. That was a good pod.
Let's call it. Good pod. Kudos. See everyone soon.